live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to the national news telecast on Sri Lanka Rupavahini. Today is the 20th of August 2026 and bringing your top stories for tonight, I'm Sonal Paranavithana.
A very good evening. I'm Dilanjali Ananda and these are the headlines for tonight. Veteran singing sensation Dr. Nanda Malini is no more. Sri Lanka Bar Association requests to postpone the meeting to enlighten regarding the 22nd constitutional amendment proposed by the leader of the opposition. The El Nino condition affecting the country to become intense in the future according to a forecast. Cremation ceremony of departed veteran lyricist Venerable Rambukkana Siddhartera tomorrow. A plan to develop Colombo Fort as a tourist zone, safeguarding the historic heritage. Indictments served to former Navy Commander Vasantha Karannagoda and Yoshitha Rajapaksa in the Colombo High Court. Flaring up racism will not be allowed for any reason, says Minister Ananda Vijaypala. Iran rejects the new economic sanctions of President Trump. Now, as humans, we are very close to art and music. And as Sri Lankans, over the decades, we have evolved and nourished through Sri Lankan music. And the veteran artists, the musicians and the singers have a pivotal role in shaping a nation.
Absolutely. And given the contribution the veteran vocalist Visharad Dr. Nanda Malini has done to the Sri Lankan musical scene, we mourn her tragic passing together as a nation today.
Veteran vocalist Visharad Dr. Nanda Malini, acclaimed as the echo of the nation for her exceptional service to Sri Lankan music, passed away this afternoon at the age of 82.
අලුත් ලොවක් ගැන සිටි දඬුවම් දෙන වරදනම් කුමට ඉරට අධිකරණය නීතිය සහ විනිසුරන්.
Born on the 23rd of August 1943 in Lewanduwa, Alutgama, she received her education at Sri Gunananda College in Kotahena, Colombo. She later began her musical journey by singing the song Budu Sadhu on the Lama Mandapaya program of the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. In 1961, she entered film playback singing by performing the duet Galana Gangati Jivite along with Narada Disasekara for Sri Lanka's first colour film Ranmutuduva. Nanda Malini, who enriched the Sinhala song tradition for decades, studied classical music at the Bhatkanda Music Institute in India, earning her Visharada degree. Marking significant milestones in Sinhala music culture, her musical concerts such as Satya Geetaya, Pavana and Hemantayedi left an indelible mark on the public consciousness. She also took steps to create children's songs including Sindhu Holiya. In recognition of her outstanding vocal skills, she was honored with numerous national and international awards including 12 Sarasagya Awards and 10 Presidential Awards for Best Female Vocalist. Having been ill for some time, she passed away this afternoon. She was a mother of 2. The remains of Dr. Nanda Malini are scheduled to be brought to her residence at number 30 Vijayba Mavata Navala tomorrow at 10 a.m. Family relatives announced that the final rites will be performed at the Borala General Cemetery on Saturday at 5 p.m.
Moving on to more local stories now, the Bar Association of Sri Lanka has announced that it will not attend the meeting scheduled to be held in Parliament today to educate parliamentarians on the proposed 22nd Amendment to the Constitution. The BASL has requested in a letter to postpone the special awareness meeting proposed by the leader of the opposition, Sajid Premadasa. In the relevant letter, the Bar Association of Sri Lanka has requested the leader of the opposition to take the necessary steps to postpone this awareness program until an opportunity arises to ensure the participation of parliamentarians from both the government and opposition sides. The letter, signed by BASL President Rajiv Amarasuriya, states that their association hopes an agreement will be reached for this without any party division. They also expressed its gratitude to the leader of the opposition for the efforts taken to propose and organize this meeting.
Minister Ananda Vijayapala says that no one will be allowed to arouse communal hatred in whatsoever manner. The minister made these remarks in Parliament in response to a statement published regarding an LTTE training camp. Minister Ananda Vijayapala said that a shocking disclosure had been circulated on social media alleging the presence of an LTTE training camp in the Palali forest. He explained that this statement was intentionally made to mislead the public by claiming that a training camp and a bomb manufacturing facility existed there. He noted that an investigation was subsequently conducted which clarified that the 10-acre plot of land in Mukappan, Akkarayan Kulam and Kangarayan Kulam West had been cleared by the resident named Tyagaraja. He mentioned that the 3-story building was located on the site with a 4th story currently under construction. He added that an apparel factory operating 22 Jiki machines was functioning on the 1st and 2nd floors while aloe vera and vegetables were being cultivated across the 10 acres, providing employment to residents. The minister pointed out that the social media campaign specifically targeted this farm, attempting to mislead the public and incite communal disharmony by claiming it was an LTTE training camp and a bomb factory while accusing the government of remaining silent. He further explained that the investigation revealed the farm was actually located on land belonging to the Palali Forest Reserve, illegally occupied by Tyagaraja and 3 others. He stated that legal action had been instituted against them with the next court date set for August 25th. The minister stated that an individual had circulated a video designed to create the impression that the property hosted an LTTE training camp and a bomb factory. He identified the individual as Sangija Sekara, who claimed to be the executive director of Intercontinental Human Rights Commission at a press conference held at the City Hotel in Colombo. He informed the Assembly that following an investigation by the Terrorism Investigation Division, it was confirmed that the site was merely a regular farm and contained no training camp or bomb factory. Consequently, the individual was arrested the previous day from making misleading statements to the public. He revealed that the suspect's full name was Rambukwala Adhikarange Sangija Sekara, who was found using a forged identity card bearing the number 801433573V. He noted that the suspect utilized 2 identity cards and 7 different addresses and had falsely posed as a medical doctor. Furthermore, he clarified that no official body had ever appointed him as the executive director of the aforementioned human rights organization. The minister highlighted that investigations into the suspect's identity revealed his involvement as a suspect in their prior criminal cases. Forging land documents to sell property reported to the court by the Valikada police, unlawful assembly, criminal trespass, forcible possession, impersonation and criminal force against police officers, also reported by the Valikada police, and fraudulent accusation of property using forged deeds reported by the police special bureau to the Nugegoda Magistrates Court are the charges against him. He added that the suspect had previously acted as an advisor to certain political ministers and MPs and that further investigations into his activities were ongoing. In conclusion, Minister Ananda Vijayapala assured the Speaker that and the House that the government would not allow any terrorist organization to mobilize criminalize, nor would it permit anyone to use false claims of terrorism to stoke racism or religious animus.
And in weather updates for tonight, the Department of Meteorology states that the El Nino condition affecting the country may intensify in the future. The department further says forecasts indicate that this will be an extremely strong El Nino condition compared to such situations that occurred over the nearly past 75 years.
These views were expressed at a press conference held today at the Department of Government Information regarding the upcoming El Nino situation and the steps taken by the government for it. Ajit Vijayman, Director of the Department of Meteorology, stated that the public generally expects El Nino to mean a reduction in rainfall, but clarified that this is not all it entails. He explained that El Nino can persist for an year or around 12 to 14 months, during which time it impacts local climate patterns. He noted that it increases rainfall during certain intermonsoon seasons while decreasing it in others. He added that due to current El Nino condition, reduction rainfall is expected throughout most of September, particularly in the northern, eastern and north central provinces, as well as in districts like Monoragala. However, he expressed expectation that this situation could change towards the end of September, bringing a fair amount of rain. Minister Dr. Dhammika Patabandi states that the government is prepared to face the potential El Nino situation in the future. Mr. Dhammika Patabandi said that as a government, they were very well prepared to face any condition that might arise in the future. He added that a circular containing new allocations required for water supply had been issued by the Ministry of Defence on August 6th. He further explained that through this circular, the necessary rules and regulations had been amended to allow for easier and faster interventions to provide required water facilities to drought-affected areas. Meanwhile, health authorities inform the general public to be vigilant on the El Nino condition since it may cause harmful effects to health. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology announces that showers may occur from time to time in western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in Kandy, Nuwara Eliya, Galle and Matara districts. Mainly dry weather may prevail in the rest of the island. The weather forecast mentions that fairly strong winds of about 30 to 40 kilometers per hour can occur at times on the western slopes of the central hills in the northern, north central, northwestern and southern provinces and in Trincomalee and Matale districts. The Department of Meteorology states that the sea areas of the coast extending from Kankasanture to Chilau via Mana and from Matara to Potuvil via Hambantota may be rough through time to time. Due to the dry weather, grasslands and many flora in several mountain reserves in Monoragala have been destroyed. It is reported that the lives of wild animals have also been put at risk. Meanwhile, along with dry weather, the water level of the Kantale reservoir has decreased. The engineer in charge of the reservoir, which was at 114,000 acre-feet during the Jala season, has now dropped to 35,400 acre-feet. A large number of wild elephants can be seen around the Ulhitia reservoir in Girandurukotte. Residents say that elephants come there in search of water due to dry weather. It is mentioned that the water level of the Ulhitia reservoir has depleted significantly.
President Andrew Kumar Dissanayake has focused attention on plans to develop Colombo Fort as a tourism zone while preserving its heritage. A discussion on developing Colombo's historic fort area as an attractive tourist destination was held yesterday at the Presidential Secretariat. The project, which is being implemented jointly by the Western Provincial Council, the Urban Development Authority and the Colombo Municipal Council with funding and assistance from the World Bank, aims to develop the Colombo Fort area as an internationally recognized tourist destination. Accordingly, plans are in place to develop the area while preserving its historically significant sites and buildings, while also implementing a systematic traffic management plan. The project is expected to make significant contribution to the national economy by establishing links with Colombo Port City and cruise ships arriving at the port of Colombo. The President instructed officials to prepare an overall plan for the project and to hold further discussions on it jointly with the Road Development Authority and the Municipal Council. Minister Vijita Herath, Colombo Mayor Rai Kali Balthazar and several other officials were present on this occasion.
Indictments were served today at the Colombo High Court against former Navy Commander Wasantha Karannagoda and Yoshitha Rajapaksa, the son of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, in connection with the corruption charge. The relevant case was summoned today before the Colombo High Court Judge Ravindra Premaratna.
When the case was called, the defendants appeared before the court. The indictments filed by the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption were handed over to the defendants in open court. Subsequently, the judge ordered the release of each accused on a personal bail of 10 million rupees and imposed a travel ban on them. The Bribery Commission also submitted a document containing admissions related to the complaint to the court. Considering all the facts presented, the judge ordered the pre-trial conference to be called on 17th September. The defendants, former Navy Commander Wasantha Karannagoda and Yoshitha Rajapaksa, were indicted on charges of committing corruption by recruiting Yoshitha Rajapaksa into the Sri Lanka Navy as an executive cadet without the required qualification in 2006 and sending him to the training course at the UK Royal Naval College at government expense outside standard procedure. A businessman and 4 private bank officials currently in remand custody have been remanded until the 3rd of next month. This is over an incident involving illegal transfer of $1 billion out of the country under the guise of importing goods and aiding and abating the same. Rejecting the suspect's bail application, Colombo Chief Magistrate Asanka S. Bodharagama issued this order. The Colombo High Court recently issued an order stating that the charges filed under the Prevention of Terrorism Act against the alleged drug trafficker known as Harakkata and other defendants cannot be maintained. The Attorney General imposed the High Court today that an appeal has been filed against that order. The case was called before Colombo High Court Judge Buddhika C. Ralagala, where the State Counsel appeared for the prosecution made this notification. Fort Magistrate Prasanna Amarasena today rejected a request to issue an order to the Commissioner General of Prisons directing him to refer Sugishwara Bandara, who is currently in remand custody for medical treatment due to an illness. The magistrate rejected the request, stating that there are no legal provisions to issue orders regarding a person in remand custody and advised that the request be directed to the Commissioner General of Prisons.
Remains of the departed veteran lyricist Venerable Rambukkana Siddhartera are lying at Siddhartera Viharaya, Vallavatta. The cremation will be held in the afternoon tomorrow at Sri Saranankara Sports Grounds, Dehiwala. Venerable Rambukkana Siddhartera penned popular lyrics La Dalu Bopat, Awwata Wasata Huru Minisunne, Pipena Malakata, Sanda Waturak Se, Kandalu Hela Nambiliyata, Sanda Tarumal, Bana Kiyana Ratak, Me Prema Katha Navata Muhatak, Pihitak Nati, Saranak Nati, and many more. Born on the 22nd of May 1950, 2 parents, Baranivala Liyanage Saman and Sobana Hami Liyanage at Kosnil Goda Government Hospital, Moravaka, was the eldest of the family of 7 children. The lay name of Venerable Thera was Barnivala Liyanage Ananda, born and brought up at Rambukkana village, Moravaka, in Mathura district. Barnivala Liyanage Ananda entered the order of Buddhist monks on the 22nd of July 1963 at Jnanatilaka Viharaya, Valiva, as Venerable Rambukkana Siddhartha Thera. The Venerable Thera obtained his higher education at Rajapujita Mangala Uposatagare of Malvatu Mahaviharaya, Kandy in 1972. After receiving his primary education at Moravaka Valiva Buddhist Mixed School, the Thera had his secondary education at Hettavala Pirivana, Gol and Papaliana Sunitra Devi Pirivana, and also obtained his degree in Buddhist philosophy from University of Kelaniya. The Venerable Thera had a knack for lyrics since his youth, contributed to a number of creations as a writer as well. Hospitalized due to an illness recently, was at the age of 76 when he passed away. The remains of the Thera will be kept at Siddhartha Rama Viharaya, Vallavatta until tomorrow.
Pitak neti saranak neti satutak eti muhunak neti
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya paid her last respects to the Venerable Thera and Mahasangha. Politicians, artists and large number of public also paid their last respects to the departed Venerable Thera.
A double dose of romance has swept through Hubei province as traditional Tujia wedding customs coincided with Qixi, known as Chinese Valentine's Day. Vibrant parades, folk dances and elaborate courtship ceremonies filled the streets of Enshi city to mark iconic Daughters Festival. The rare alignment of these two celebrations of love drew thousands of visitors from across China to experience the immersive cultural showcase. Performers dressed in vibrant ethnic costumes took center stage at Enshi Tujia Daughter City, guiding spectators through centuries-old matchmaking traditions and interactive song-based courtships. Visitors packed the venue to watch traditional wedding rituals and evening street processions, with many praising the unique opportunity to fully immerse themselves in local heritage. While historically observed on a single lunar day, local authorities expanded this year's festivities into a month-long cultural program running through late August. The combined celebrations featured daily performances, traditional matchmaking events and cultural displays designed to preserve ethnic Tujia heritage while boosting regional tourism. The visual arts exhibition, or rather we are moving on to a mid-break and coming back after this short break.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Welcome back. The visual arts exhibition of acclaimed visual artist and professional artist and the chairman of Sri Lanka Visual Arts Sub-Council, Pragit Ratnayaka, opened today, led by Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. The exhibition is being held at Colombo Art Rhizome Gallery and has been named First Person. The volume Pragit Ratnayaka 50 Years of Vision, Colour and Soul, compiled by Pragit Ratnayaka on his 50 years of personal and professional life, was also presented to the Prime Minister on this occasion. Minister Bima Ratnayaka, Deputy Minister Dr. Kaushalya Aryaratna, General Secretary of Janata Vimukti Peramuna Tilvin Silva and a number of others participated on the occasion of the opening of the exhibition. The exhibition will be held until the 7th of September.
The UN Food and Agriculture Organization, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Education, launched the World Food Day 2026 Youth Innovation Challenge. Nationwide competition invites university students to develop innovative solutions to address some of Sri Lanka's most pressing agri-food system challenges. World Food Day is observed annually on October 16th, commemorating its founding in 1945. Celebrated in more than 150 countries, it raises awareness of the importance of food security, nutrition and sustainable agri-food systems while promoting collective action to ensure healthy diets for all. This year's theme of the World Food Day 2026 is Innovate Today, Nourish Tomorrow. The competition will be conducted through a multi-stage process, beginning with a nationwide call for concept notes.
The third Kumbal Perahara of the historic Kandy Asela festival is parading streets now. It commenced at 6:53 auspicious time. The Perahara, which started facing north, will return after parading Dalada Vidya, D. Senanayaka Vidya, Colombo Vidya, E. L. Senanayaka Vidya and Raja Vidya. The sacred relics casket is carried by Taska Mian Raja of Sri Dalada Maligava. This is also the first time Taska Mian Raja carrying the relics casket in an Asela festival. The Taska will be flanked by Singha Raja and Pulasti Raja of Sri Dalada Maligava. The Perahara of the four Mahadevalayas is also parading streets with elephants and other items. We'll be back with international news after this break.
And in your foreign developments for tonight, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has rejected the new economic sanctions package announced against Iran by US President Donald Trump.
Pointing out that this step was taken to divert the public's attention due to internal issues in the United States, he states that Iran will not back down in the face of these sanctions. The Iranian foreign minister also warns that this action will bring nothing but another severe defeat for Washington. The Iranian foreign ministry emphasizes that in the face of such unilateral decisions by the US, all necessary measures will be taken to protect the country's economy and sovereignty. Following the conclusion of talks between the US and Iran without an agreement, US President Donald Trump announced a massive economic campaign against Iran. The US president warns that strict financial sanctions will also be imposed against any country providing economic support to Iran. However, it is also reported that a specific mechanism for implementing these economic sanctions has not yet been clarified.
And in sports news for the night, national javelin throw champion Rumesh Tharanga is due to participate in the Lausanne Diamond League Athletics Championship tomorrow. Meanwhile, Julian Weber of Germany, who is leading the world javelin throw latest rankings, has withdrawn from this championship. National javelin throw champion Rumesh Tharanga left for Switzerland recently to participate in the 3 Diamond League Athletic Championships and the World Ultimate Championship. The first Diamond League Athletics Championship of Rumesh Tharanga will commence tomorrow in Lausanne City, Switzerland at 12:45 a.m. Sri Lankan time. 9 prominent javelin throwers of the world are participating in this championship. Neeraj Chopra of India, Peter Sanderson of Grenada, Thompson Curtis of the USA are also among them. In a unique feature, Julian Weber of Germany, who led the world rankings, winning the gold medal in the javelin throw event at the recently concluded European Athletics Championship, has withdrawn from this championship. He recorded the second best throw this year in the championship with a clearance of 90.40 meters. Rumesh Tharanga also owns the best distance in this year's javelin throw event with a throw of 92.62 meters. He is at the second place in world javelin throw rankings as of now.
That's what he started this year, right? He'd already improved to over 89, 75 and 85.
And with that, we conclude tonight's national news telecast on Sri Lanka Rupavahini. Thank you very much for joining. Have a very good night.
Good night.